What's that?
You're so new, you're not even on here yet.
Oh, that was last week's, or last
So this
month.
is your first meeting?
Yeah.
They were
Yep.
neighbors of the Captain's folks.
He's officially official now.
The Captain's brother.
You're the award of it.
And,
In general.
I think John's still
There's
pushing.
no words in this.
That's why
Yeah, well, no, you're right. I'll make that for the council.
Yeah.
someplace where there's
But you're just on sit.
Is that right?
No, hold on.
a brazen.
You're right.
I screwed it up.
Ready?
I went.
Yes, this guy.
If I can have your attention, we'll call the December Rolla Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order. You should have received an agenda that was posted. Any changes, proposed changes? If not, we'll proceed with it as distributed and posted. The first thing we'd like to do is welcome our new member, Ray Swikert. Welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming and serving. First item is to approve the minutes from November. Any corrections or changes?
On page 3, it's Gene Bingham, Bingham, not Gene Billiam.
No, I didn't.
Bigham in it?
Yep,
Okay,
get that?
we'll make that correction. Any other changes? Yeah, I noticed that, but I forgot to mark it. If not, I'll rule those approved as printed and corrected and distributed. Next item is the report of city council actions. Mr. Coots?
All right, this may take just as long to get through as anything else on the agenda, but had quite an agenda last month. First was a request from Missouri Southern Seeds, rezoning from government institutional to the M1 district. That went to the city council, and they did vote to approve the ordinance on that one. Same thing with the Quick Trip rezoning M2 to the C3 highway commercial. The John Brown preliminary plat, they after the last meeting you had, they actually submitted a final plat, and that has gone to the city council and been approved. The plat has not yet been recorded. The Quick Trip subdivision, I've not yet received a plat, so that has not actually been recorded for them. Then that was approved by the city council as well. The Minor Alumni Association one and the Mike Patel Old Wire Road plat number 1 minor subdivision, both of those were approved by the city council as well. I've gotten the plats, but they are not quite yet recorded. Still waiting on some signatures.
Okay, any questions, commissioners? Okay, next item is a public hearing. We have 2 items tonight. They're both the same property. First is a public hearing to rezone a portion of property from R2 two-family district to C3 highway commercial district at a property address as 1002 North Bishop Avenue. Mr. Coots.
The applicant on this one is Woodcock Investments LLC. However, the owner of the property is the people who own the Kyoto Garden Restaurant. You may recognize is what was at the property. It's at the corner of US 63 or Bishop Road and 11th Street. Currently has a restaurant building on the property. However, on the zoning map, you can see that most of the property is zoned C2, which is the general retail district, but the back portion of it is zoned R2, which is two-family. Property is surrounded on the north by the C2 district, and then the east and southish kind of part of the, at least part that's being requested to be rezoned, the R3, which is multifamily, and then the rest of the south is government institutional, and the west. The future land use plan does designate the property, the entire property, as being appropriate for community commercial uses. That seems to include the requested C2 district. This is a street view. Once again, as you'll recognize, this is the Kyoto restaurant. Just in summary, the request does appear to be consistent with the comprehensive plan and surrounding uses. There is frontage on Bishop Road, which is an arterial street. Only a portion of the property is requested to be rezoned, so the part that's R2 would be zoned to C2 so that the entire property would match, would be the same zoning district. And while no plans have been submitted, the applicant does intend to redevelop the property. And before we move into the public hearing, did you have any questions for me?
The agenda states that we're doing it to C3, but we're actually doing it to C2, is that correct?
That must be correct.
Okay. Just
In
clarify
the
that.
report. Yeah, the
Just mark
That'd be
your
correct,
agenda
yeah.
to C2, so. And it's actually cleaning up a property probably was incorrectly zoned anyway. It's being used, the whole lot was being used as C2 before, so it does clean up some. Any questions from commissioners?
While you were speaking, I just double-checked the report and the public notice both say C2, so it was just the agenda, it had the incorrect.
We're good, as long as we correct it. Okay, if not, we'll officially open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak to this issue, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Please try not to repeat what's been said before. And please try to limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. Anyone wishing to speak to this issue in the crowd? Seeing none, I'll officially close the public hearing.
Before we move to voting, just to remind you, you do have some alternatives. You can accept that the request meets the criteria for a rezoning request and recommend approval to the city council. If you find that the request is not appropriate, so recommend denial. Or if you need more information before you make a decision, you can vote to table it to a certain date.
Okay, we have 3 options. Any other discussion? I'd entertain a motion then.
I move that we send this request to the city council with our recommendation for approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Shields and a second by Denise Martin. Any other questions or comments before we vote? Roll call vote, please.
Anderson,
Yes.
Bowie,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Monty Shields,
Yes.
Stephen Shields,
Yes.
Schweikert.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Okay. Next item is new business. It's the same property. Minor subdivision to combine the 3 lots, existing lots, into 1 lot located at 1002 North Bishop Avenue. Mr. Coots.
Okay, as you said, this is minor subdivision, same property, same zoning, although if the request to the city council approves the zoning request, the entire property would be zone C2 for the purposes of this minor subdivision to combine all the properties together into one. It doesn't really matter on that. This is the street view, once again, the Kyoto restaurant. This is the plat, pretty simple. The property is composed of 2 platted lots and 1 unplatted area, so this would combine it all together so that when the property is redeveloped, they don't have to worry about those lot lines and setbacks. Just in summary, this combines the properties into 1 commercial lot. It appears to be in compliance with all applicable requirements. Do you have any questions for me? Or
Any questions for commissioners?
I'll just go, you have the same 3 alternatives. You can find the plat meets requirements, recommend approval, find it does not. State the reasons and recommend denial, or if you need more information, table to a certain date.
Okay.
That's the only other thing that's out there.
And entertain a motion,
Jim Hatchett had later.
unless we need discussion.
I make a motion, we send this to the city council with our approval.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any other questions before we vote? Rezoning property to all C2. Roll call vote, please.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Monty Shields,
Yes.
Schweikert,
Yes.
Stephen Shields,
Yes.
Bowie,
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Okay. The chair, report from chairperson. We have no committees.
Just
I
wanted
did
to
make the
jump in
comment
so
that
the minutes
the
are-
portable signs were starting to show up like dandelions last month, but I would like to remind the audience, on TV anyway, that signs are not allowed in the right-of-way, as far as I know. So hopefully they'll not be placed there. Any other comments for the good of the order?
I just wanted to jump in, just so it's clear on the minutes when we go to do them. The last vote you did, I think you intended for the motion, or to announce that the request was to approve the minor subdivision, but what you said was the rezoning. So I just want to make it clear for everybody that
Oh, okay.
we're voting on the
Yeah,
on the minor subdivision.
minor subdivision, I'm sorry. Got that in the minutes, okay. Any other comments for the good of the order? Not, we're adjourned.
All right.
These means
Janice Martin, Ray, nice meeting you.
Steve,
I
did you
know.
discuss?
How are you
anything?
feeling?
Are you gonna